Big backwood, the little engine that could. All gas, no brake. Y'all know the keep close case. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it. Spark up, fire up, roll up, whatever you call it. Spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it. Spark up, fire up, roll up, whatever you call it. Spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. Big blunts, I'm trying to smoke a runs. I already zipped out the guts, come on and roll it up. If you ready to smoke, come on and fuck it up. I'ma hit your wood, but I can't roll it up. It's like getting surgery, you gotta nip and tuck. Please don't add no paper, that shit fuck it up. Y'all be adding all grab for all the extra stuff. Straight weed, and hold the extra, please. A big black, white out, give me what I need. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. Pressure, put it in the air. Come on, look, baby, we gon' play it fair. Right now, it should be big blunts everywhere. Come on, don't stand right there and stare. Pressure, put it in the air. Come on, look, baby, we gon' play it fair. Right now, it should be big blunts everywhere. Come on, don't stand right there and stare. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. Catch that shit. I see you over there straight chiefing and shit. Done sipped in the corner after hit our shit. Man, who the fuck invited this clown? Grabbing with the weed like ain't enough to go around. The bitch on these from out of town. Cause everybody around here caught more than the pound. More than the pound. More than the pound. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. Fire up, roll up, whatever you call it, spark up. What is the weed? What is the weed? What is the weed? Just fire the streets, please. You fire up, you fire up, you fire up, you fire up. You fire up, you fire up, you fire up, you fire up.
I took a hit for the team. Took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free. Free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity. I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I'm still live through technology.
What's going on? 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 Y'all, I feel so much better. When I tell you I feel so much better. Lord, I am so glad I am done with that. Like I said, whatever happens after this, hey, it's going to be what it's going to be. I already accomplished what I was supposed to accomplish. I came through, tried to attempt to have conversations. There were a few people that I was on the panel with that I continue to reach out to and do commentary on. So we gonna see what happens. You know, it is what it is. Ron says if it's through IG, then it won't work because I don't have an account. Okay, can you? What's your email if you don't mind me asking? Could you put it down there, and then I'll just email it to you. I already sent a link to Deshaun. I sent one to Style by Stevie. Sent one to Harold. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just proud of myself for the way I handled that. Because when I'm telling you, I be telling y'all, it don't be the shit I say, girl, that would truly offend somebody. It be the shit I don't say. Because I forgot to put this in my my notes when I was writing this down. Black men said that I was being facetious. Let me explain something to you. I grew up in the era of Mad TV, where they was really saying some shit that definitely would get their ass canceled. I remember still liking comedians like Lisa Lampanelli, who is like this white lady, but she kind of like racist to everybody, but the shit be funny. But I know it's not from a harmful place. It's from a place of being funny. And at the end of the day, even if you make a gay joke, if that shit funny, I'm gonna laugh. And for all of us who survive those dark moments, the term sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying, you can develop what is known as gallows humor, where when there's a grim situation, you try to make the light of it by trying to be funny. And that just happens in my life. I can't help it. There's been times where we've been having communal prayers, communal prayers holding hands. Sometimes I be praying, girl, I just start laughing like, girl, and don't let me look up at my sister while I be praying, girl, because I will break. And I remember when I used to go to family reunions and they would pray over the food. We used to stand next to my cousin, or whatever his name, Taiwan. That nigga hilarious. He be saying, yes, Lord. He be giving this little isms, bitch. We be crying. But that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? But again, I have to remind myself that these people don't really know me for real. You know, they don't really know me. So, of course, they're going to come through with assumptions because society has conditioned all of us to, like, subscribe to buzzwords and stuff. A lot of times we know that people are not going to put in the work to really investigate these buzzwords. It's just easier to react to them. So they probably assumed that I was just sent by the government or some shit to just destroy, Black Men Unfiltered. And if that was the case, they treat me horribly because I ain't getting paid for none of this shit. I ain't getting no views, nothing, girl. So this gotta be about community. But yes, Queen Spicy, we are back. We're back with the after show. But I'm just doing what I can to connect with other people. And like I said, Dr. Nakumbe held me accountable. He was like, bruh, I reached out to you and you ain't get back to me. And I ain't gonna hold you. And this is not an excuse, because I take accountability for that and I will do better. Especially if it's publicly. Now you gotta do better, bitch, no shade. But when it comes to my life where I am now, trust me, it be people I gotta call back. I be missing their calls and stuff. Be certain things I be forgetting. Where I am in my life, I'm just dedicating so much energy to me. And not in a narcissistic way, but in a way of like doing the best I can to better myself, so that when my opportunities do come about, I know how to take them on, even if I'm scared. Even if I'm, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. Bitch, do it anyway. Do it anyway. To take risks, especially when I know they can benefit me, and I do it. So that's one thing that I'm learning. But this experience with Black Men Unfiltered, I ain't gonna hold you. I really appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Because they don't know I've been doing this for a while, to the point to where there were people who left my channel because it seemed like I was turning into this very much activist, advocate type of channel. And it's like, what I'm doing is I'm honing in what is central for me, which is humanity. And one thing my father told me, a quote that I've shared plenty of times that I live by, is that if somebody, how can I say this? If it's something that somebody is going to ever remember about you, they're going to remember how you made them feel. And I try my best to make people feel good. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not harming anybody. So I came in with that energy. Again, that was my second time on the panel. The first time, it was cool. I was like, okay, I could possibly talk to these people. And these people did say on the first go around that they're willing to, continue these conversations. And I'm like, okay. Then that's when I started to respond to their commentary. I would tag them, say, hey, okay, why don't y'all come over here and continue the conversation? Why don't y'all leave comments? Why don't y'all do this? You know what I mean? I sent black men a message about a month ago about possibly having a conversation, and I actually detailed it even before this live. When he was saying, oh, well, we're going to have the live. What is your agenda? What do you want? And all this other type of stuff. I shared that shit in my Instagram story to show people exactly what my shit was, to the point where one of my nephews or whatever messaged me, and he was like, oh, I see you. Give me 1 second, Queen. And if so, make sure you got some headphones in so you don't get any feedback. But I put it up there to show it, and my nephew was like, dang, Bubs, like, you really know how to set some shit down. I'm like, what you mean? I thought I did something wrong. He was like, no, you know how to set down what you want to where it's very objectively obvious. And I said, oh, okay, cool. So I did that. Like, I played my cards right. And to be honest, this is what walking by faith looks like, because I didn't plan like, oh, I'm going to do this and this strategically this. I followed my emotions. The feminine aspect in me, I also incorporated that, and it manifested this, to which I didn't have to work that hard. Now y'all got to work hard, especially if you're trying to, again, express mental and emotional awareness. We finna see. Queen, what happened? Queen, come back. Queen, come back. We're going to wait for her to come back, y'all. Lisa Lampanelli, what do you call a black woman that has a lot of abortion? A crime. Oh, my God. See? Once you go reeking, a job you'll be seeking. Once you go black, the cops will attack. Girl, sometimes you got to laugh at this shit. When they was sitting there calling me a female and want to be a woman, I'm mentally ill. Did you not hear me laugh at these niggas? I even played along. Shit, I got a pussy. And if I did, I'd be paid. Because apparently, the receptive people are the ones getting the coin, girl. So, I mean, hey, the niggas with the dick spinning it and sending it to them, and they the ones spending it. All right. No, I love my dick. Me and my dick gonna get real acquainted later on tonight. Okay? I'm just saying. But Ryan, do you have an email? Or somebody can send it to you? Because I would put it in the comments, but I don't want nobody to come over here and start no shit. Because like I said, the link is going to be for the queer people tonight. And if there's any heterosexual people that want to talk, the only ones that can come up here, girl, is Dr. Nakumbe, Mandrell, Shoo, Tough Topics, Beautifully Animated. Who else? Mr. Bennett, Taru. Okay. And I think that's it. It's only them. Okay? They're the only ones. Now, the lives that I do this week, then it could be different. Then I don't mind dropping the link and having the conversation. And I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen on Tuesday. Are they going to scrap the idea? Because, again, we were supposed to have a part 2. That shit's not going down. And if it is, I really don't give a damn what's being said unless them niggas have said, Bubs, we watched your shit all this weekend. We pointed out all this stuff we gonna see. All right. Let's see who this is. Hello. You are now in the live. Hello.
Hello.
Who is this?
My name is Betsy.
Oh, I know who this is. I was like, hold on. Did somebody get the motherfucking link, bitch? I was like, bitch, if you up here with some shit, I'm gonna cuss your ass out. Ron says, I let a Chinese man go down on me, and after he was done, he left the left the me. Do you see? I'm okay with that. Where is the people that can laugh at the shit? That's who I want to connect with. The people who can laugh through this shit, who can roast each other and shit. Like when you watch roast and stuff, that shit be funny. You know what they saying is not ill intent, but it's funny as fuck. So, but anyway, how did you feel about everything from last Tuesday to them doing the response, the recap of the live on Tuesday? Like, what do you think? And before you go forward, let's welcome Queen Style by Stevie. How are you, Queen? How are you?
I'm great. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear
Yes.
us?
Yes.
Okay, great, great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Deshaun first what his thoughts were, and then I definitely want to get your thoughts, Queen. Definitely. So if you guys could you please mute your microphones when someone's talking, just so we don't get any feedback or nothing like that, okay? So Deshaun, what are your thoughts? Let us know.
My thoughts is, well, it was. I'm gonna say the conversation was interesting, but then, I guess there was a little bit of roughness going on between, you guys, I don't know the guys on the panel, but they be saying, you know, um, I guess you're doing too much. I'm not gonna say that, but like, I don't know, you're dangerous and everything else. I think that's what try to, I think it just made me think like, why would you say he's dangerous? You know what I mean? Why would you say he's dangerous? Why
Right.
would you say he's, why would you say he's a girl or trans or something like that or whatever? It's kind of like, I mean, I think they were reaching too much. You know what I mean? I think they're overreaching because, I mean, it's okay to have a disagreement, but, and then on top of that, they try to cut you off. And when you're trying to tell them, like you're trying to tell your talking points, like they try to cut you off and, say
Even though I
whatever.
did cut them off too, but still understandable.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, they cut you off too, but, I just wish it was like a fair time limit of conversations and stuff like that, and then it will switch over to the next person and everything else. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot to take in. It's really a lot to take in. I mean, people. I mean, they be saying like, "Oh, you must have been like that lady that was saying,
Yeah.
oh, we want to know if our boys was touched and everything else, and who touched you and everything else." And it's like, just because a person is gay does not mean they was molested. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's people that are kids that was gay anyways that had a liking to boys in a young age, but in the household you can't be gay, and if they find out that you're gay, then they will force a fucking prostitute on you or whatever just to get the gay out, or beat you down just because you're gay or something like that, or do more worse to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's just so stupid. No, and then no one talks about it.
Yeah.
No one wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like I said, you don't have to be gay to be molested. You
Right.
don't.
Very
Because
true.
there's heterosexual men that was also molested.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? But it goes all the way across the board.
Yeah.
But then people want to blame sexuality for every crime. And it's kind of weird to me. It's kind of like all the pain that these people, because they try to act like they ain't got no pain too, and then blame another group for whatever it is. You're
Mm.
blaming on one person that is gay or whatever it is, and then blaming it to a whole group of people. And it's kind of really weird to me.
I got you. I got you, Ron. Give me 1 second.
It's just so real. It's just so strange. I never really got the concept of it. Like, and then, it's so weird. It's like 1 minute. And then on top of here's the thing. Since they want to talk about, you know, gay people so much, then how come they never talk about heterosexual people having gay sex with gay men and they don't say nothing? But then they'll just get mad when a gay person is openly gay. And then on top of that, I just found out that there was a guy. I think his name there was a man that was exposed for having fellatio with another person because it was a woman that actually exposed him. How come heterosexuals expose men that are having sex with other men? You said you don't want to know another person's sexuality. Why would you bring it out into the public like that?
True.
That too. So you do want to know about another person's sexuality. You do want to know what's going on out there. But at the same time, you don't want to know. It's just weird to me. Like this whole, they got the game messed up. Like I said, it's like this whole freaking. It's just confusing. They don't protect their kids, but yet they're protecting these freaking creeps that's out there doing whatever. There's already a report in Connecticut, a third teacher that sexually abused a freaking 11-year-old boy a couple days ago. See, we just talked about this the other live. No one talks about that. No one want to talk about the teachers that are not teaching the kids, but they're failing their kids by doing slutty, hoish things to them and all that other stuff. No one wants to talk about that. But they want to protect the kids from all this influence and everything else. But it seems like the physical influence of sexuality is actually the grown-ups that's actually forcing stuff on their children. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's just selective outrage. Like I said,
And I will say this, and then afterwards, I would like for Queen Stevie to share her thoughts. But there was a response that black man said that, oh, when part two come, I'm gonna ask Bubs this. What about the murder of black children because of self deletions by the mother within their stomach? And my response to that is, I'm willing to talk about all that. I'm willing to talk about all that. But it seems like we'll never be able to talk about that until we deal with the whole queer thing, because that was the theme of the show. I don't mind going all over the place. I'm BubzDaGawd. I like going all over the place. It's a lot of things to cover, and I'm cool with that. But it's like we have to actually put in the work collectively to get to that point. And I felt like the opportunity for that could have happened. But again, it needs to be with people who are willing to be honest and not be disingenuous, and also have actual mental and emotional awareness and intelligence and all that stuff to really get it. Because at the end of the day, we sitting here arguing, and the children, both heterosexual and queer, are getting fucked up all across, like you said, across the board, and nobody wants to listen to the children until the children become convenient for the argument, and that's the sad part. If you could do me a favor, Deshaun, mute your mic real quick, just so there won't be no feedback. And then
okay.
afterwards, we'll have a free flowing conversation, because I really want y'all to talk. I already spoke, so I want y'all to speak. Queen Style by Stevie, what are your thoughts about everything that you've listened to thus far? Let us know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Um, well, I watched the clip that you sent me. I watched the panel, and you
Mm-hmm.
did outstanding
Oh,
on there first
thank
and
you.
foremost.
Thank you.
Um, Going on to platforms like that can be very, very difficult. And I must say that they won't get it. They'll never get it, and they don't want to get it.
That part. They don't
Uh,
want to.
what you just said and what Deshaun just said. The last part that you said stood out to me because literally we just talked about this a few days back on my platform about legislative taking away women's rights to their bodies. These men don't want women to have rights to their bodies or LGBT people to have rights to their bodies.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they don't want LGBT people to have an influence on their children. Again, it's protect the children. But again, I say it all the time. If the children need anything, protection from anything, it is you. You are the influence, not us. What you put
That
out
part.
there, that cycle is going to continue.
Yeah.
And I just talked about this not too long ago. on my platform, Tete a Tete, where I said that Blueface, no, Krishan said I had to be the man and the woman. There's a new divine feminine and there's a new divine masculine. Women are raising children on their own. Women are being independent. And these are the type of men that do not like that. They don't like the fact that LGBT people are now getting the recognition and that
Yeah.
we are being vocal and saying, we're not going to tolerate this anymore.
Yeah.
So, no, there is no agenda being pushed. These men are so stuck in the Stone Age that they are not willing to move forward. And T.S. Madison also said this: these quote unquote kings, because that's what they call themselves, right? Kings. They want to push the white men out of the seat and they want to replace the white men and put themselves in that position and be the white men of our black community as a whole. You cannot be oppressed and oppress your own people, period.
That part. That part.
So the part that got me, that really made me cringe, and I mean, I couldn't listen to any more of it, was where he said, oh, when my son gets up in the morning, he's going to have a hard, a hard thing or whatever. And it goes into a woman to get a woman pregnant, and then said, taking away a woman's rights to her bodies. No, the woman don't need to do that. Are you going to take care of these children once you lay down with the woman and get her pregnant? Is the question. That is the $1 million question, because a woman can't just touch herself and get pregnant by herself. She's going to have to need help.
Yeah.
And as far as, oh, they're going to have bacteria in the booty, and there are so many ways that you can contract the AIDS virus.
Yeah.
The first thing that your go-to is to point out homosexual sex. You point that out. But there are so many ways, like sharing needles. There's so many ways that you can contribute it. But you point out homosexuality.
Yeah.
It's just like, and then old girl up there on the panel was like, well, no, that's not true, Bubs, when Bubs was literally laying out the information of what's going on in Uganda. It was giving me very much pick me. I'm going to say my talking point to agree with these men so that I can get in their good graces. It's giving very much pick me, Shabbat.
I can definitely understand when you say that, but I will say this though. I did have, like I said in the previous video, I did have the opportunity to go back and listen to her perspective. If you can, Ron, just mute yourself. What the hell? You just popping up white. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just mute your mic if you can for me, please. But I listened to her platform, and she shared why she thought that way. You know what I mean? Because again, she was able to admit that that was something that was taught to her. And because that was taught to her, she was going along with it. But she also was willing to be open and accountable. But to your point, Queen Stevie, when I said that to her, she responded, oh, well, maybe not you, but the majority. And I was kind of like, no. How do you know that? Have you verified that? Are you sitting down with people and actually participating in studies to know if that is the case? And that wasn't. But a lot of people think that way. Like, even when she brought up the fact of sharing my story, listening to my story and believing it, there were people in the comments who were saying that I was lying, that I had to be touched. That was the only way to prove
Wow.
He's lying. He's lying. You know, the people with the agenda, they're real smart. They're lying. And I'm sitting here listening and I'm like, wow, my people perish by the lack of knowledge, baby. This is what happens when you are ignorant. You are bounded to a lower vibratory type of state. I'm like, wow.
Wait, can I step in?
Yeah, wait,
Okay.
hold on. I'm sorry. Before you step in, we do have somebody else. I want to make sure everybody on the panel, just to make sure they're here. I don't want nobody sitting in the back real quick.
All right.
So go ahead, mute y'all mics real quick for me, and we gonna bring on
All right.
Ron. Now, Ron, it's an audio podcast, so if you want to cut your camera off, you can. It's up to you.
Hold on.
Okay, no problem.
I don't care. I'm at work anyway.
Okay. So do me a favor. Could you share your thoughts with me and put a pin in that, Deshaun? We're gonna go back to that as far as them believing that I had to be touched. But go ahead, Ron, your thoughts.
I think you handled it well overall. I think you were able to bring up a lot of facts pertaining the gay experience and your personal experience and others. I think that a lot of them couldn't handle it, even though they want to listen,
Yeah.
because that's just typical among straight men, especially older men. I mean, they say, "Oh yeah, I understand" or whatever, even though they don't. They'll listen to you. That doesn't necessarily mean that they'll agree.
Right.
And I believe that they were out of place when the one guy said, "Oh, he was being disrespectful," and how um, I felt like I needed to get out of this, get through the screen and get to him. But you didn't say anything disrespectful. You were just stating facts.
And I also was shown because I listened to how they operate on Black Men Unfiltered, especially when they be arguing. Them niggas be arguing, calling each other names, and it's kind of
Right.
like, okay, if that's gonna be the case, I can get down with that too. But because I was given some of that energy, and and they came across the right homosexual on the wrong day, now all of a sudden they have to. Now they're the victim. Oh my God, well he was disrespectful, and he was this, and it's kind of like, no, y'all was desperate to stand to what y'all believe, even though even though you know it's fear based, even though you know it's ignorant, even though you know it's objectively wrong. You know. So yeah,
Right.
but go ahead, finish.
But no, I just think that you did really well. I couldn't do it because of the fact is that I know how black men are. I've had as long as I've been gay, a good portion of my life dealt with homophobia from black men and others.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
know how they think or whatever. And I know that you only want the best. You want just to educate people so they have a better understanding. Be like, look, I didn't think of this. I should take this in consideration. Maybe they are really good people. But it's impossible. You can't help people that don't want to be helped.
Yeah, that's true. That's understandable, and I think even
So,
that's probably what they feel about us. They feel like they're trying to save us from hell or whatever. But it's kind of like
right,
we have to work these things out, because even though you may believe in Christianity, it does not mean that somebody in Hinduism is not having the same freedom experiences you are, just through the lens of Hinduism, or Allah gave them freedom, or Krishna gave them freedom. Like, as long as it's enhancing your life and making you better, that's really all that matters. And I know what it is. And like I said, I did my objective job, which was to reach out to those who have the wherewithal to, again, still operate in a fear, but willing to work through it. And for everybody
right.
else to just get the smoke and show people exactly what queerphobia looks like. And they did it in such a way to where it was like, wow, wow. Like I said, the student who ends up getting an A+ on this shit, my Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. I want my money. I want my money. Now I do want to get to Deshaun, because Deshaun said he wanted to say something real quick. So again, let's mute up,
Okay.
y'all. Let's mute up. All right, Deshaun, go ahead. You was about to say something.
Yeah, like for instance, like when they say you must be touched and everything else. But what about the people that they see every day that talks about sex, 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 sex all the time
Mm,
and all that other shit that's
barbershops and stuff.
everything. You don't know that these people was touched too? Oh, that's okay though. Like that's see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. Like it's this freaking double standard shit. Like they control what they want to hear or they want to know about what's not normal and what's not what it is. Like they always try to set the rule and set everything like when this boy is a certain age or this boy is having his hormones and shit like that. Oh, now he can F and have screw all these women and shit like that at a very young age. No, it doesn't work like that. And the problem is you don't even tell him to respect women. You won't even let him respect women. And the thing is since he wants is since I mean, why would you want him to have sex with a grown woman when he has no and he's immature? The man, this kid is immature, first of all. He's immature. There's some kids that do not want to have freaking kids. These people keep complaining about kids having kids, but yet you want to allow a boy to have sex with a woman that could be 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, damn half near dead.
It goes back to even like the stuff you've been sending me in the live that I did about how um that one millionaire had that 12-year-old, gave him a stripper's burlesque show for his birthday. And all the comments were saying Father of the Year, and we're grateful for that. And especially in the world we live in with all these gender confusions, we're gonna need this is the type of stuff to do. It's like it's crazy that they're doing that. But again, because we queer and because we're learning and evolving in our thoughts and not trying to do the same thing over again, we know that when it comes to heterosexuality, it will be more so encouraged over everything else. And my thing is, not everybody, at least to me, is going to be queer. If we are a small group, let the small group be. The fact that the big group feels like they're offended or effective of something going on, because I should have put this in my stuff too. They were saying that, well, gay men can't be in our business. What's going on between me and our women is going on. Okay, let's talk about the actual stats then. Black men said that black women out here are self-deleting their own children. There are black men out here that are shooting up neighborhoods and selling drugs to the community and actually being terrorists in the community, all that type of stuff. If we're going to play that game, which side is that coming from?
And there's women that's losing their minds.
But despite all that, where's the majority of that coming from? That's coming from heterosexual people. The gays can't have kids, right? So we can't be out here cutting children out our damn stomach because we can't have them because we can't procreate together, right? That's y'all logic. Mm-hmm. So and it goes back to what Mr. Payne, and that's the last. I forgot our Payne. Damn, I knew I forgot somebody on this list, but our Payne. No, I didn't, because they was the guys. I got him. But he even said on the live months ago or whatever, that the reason why he feels all this stuff is going on, and I said it on the live on Tuesday, that it's because the man and the woman have lost touch with each other, and he nodded and agreed. So if we're gonna be honest and put the blame game, who's really to blame? It ain't us. So it's kind of like, leave us alone until y'all work out y'all shit. We gonna be fucked up too, because a lot of queer people come from 2-parent households. They have queer children too. If my parents were to get a divorce today, it would fuck up my life in a sense, because those are my parents and I'm seeing them in a different state. So that's what I have to say. But anyway, would anybody else like to speak? If so, unmute your mics, because I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this as far as audio podcasts or whatever. Did you want to say anything? Anything come to mind for you, Queen Stevie? I guess we'll go down the road then. So Ryan, you can go ahead, Ryan. You go ahead, Ryan. You opened your mic up. Go ahead.
I just think that they're going to continue to have this weird perception of us and always link us with pedophilia. Yeah. They assume that you must be abused in order to be that way, because it's so hard to grasp a man who wants to express any type of vulnerability or even femininity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you can explain to them, but it seems like it just goes over their head. So it's like, if they're interested, they'll be willing to learn. There's a lot of information for them to go look it up. Sometimes you just get tired of trying to teach people that don't want to learn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, like, listen, we can use R. Kelly,
Queen Stevie.
We can use R. Kelly, for instance. You know how he had a liking to younger women and stuff like that, right? Where do you think that come from? Because the thing is, the puzzle, the piece of the puzzle is he was molested by a freaking family member. Did he not was molested by a family member, by a female family member?
He
and
sure
not
was.
just that, his uncle too. So where do you think that came from?
Right.
And the cycle freaking continues. That generation freaking continues.
And when they do stuff like that, it's from what the medical community, psychological community is understanding, and even from a spiritual and energetic community, is the fact that when someone is trying to abuse you, they're taking control of you. They're taking away your power. You know what I mean? They're trying to assert themselves on you. No actually means yes for them. So that's what happened. And now that these people have money, power, influence, they have fans, they're living this higher echelon life where, the more money I make, the more the word no ends up being removed from the equation. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, now I have all this stuff, I can do what the hell I want. And if I want to even go ahead and push myself on you, I can. And like you said, even when the video of R. Kelly came out of him, I'm going to beat your, I'm going to beat you, thank you. because it's kind of loud in the background, right? No shade. But even when he did the video of him urinating on the young girl,
Yeah.
that it was niggas outside at the gas station selling the videos. I remember that.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers had them in a secret stash. People was talking about it. All that. And then here comes this documentary of all these women with their experiences, but it's a black man, and you got people out there that's still stepping in the name of love until he's stepping in your daughter's ass. Now then you have a problem in the damn issue, and now you're gonna be crying and shit. So it's like, yes, like black people unfortunately are known for sweeping shit under the rug. And when you hold stuff in like that from an energetic standpoint, that's how you manifest illnesses in your body. You can manifest cancer from stress and anger and strife, all these dense energies building up in your body. And people don't know how to heal from that. Even in my response I did talking about Dr. Nakumbe, he explores the mind, the one place a lot of black people are afraid to. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say something to Queen Stevie real quick. They started talking about trans on there, and I try to make sure that whenever I speak on transness, to let people know that I am ignorant when it comes to that, because I am not a trans person, so I can't speak for them. But because of my knowledge, I would defend them the best that I can, because I know about their experience more so than you. I have two questions for you. The first question is, how did you feel about their commentary on transness? And secondly, was there anything that I said in reference to transness that you felt like I could have said better, just so that I can learn as well? So, what are your thoughts on that? Queen. Okay, there you
Okay, I'm here.
go. Okay, good.
Yes. First off, first and foremost, you did great. I think you touched on it. You hit it on the head. It's like walking into a lion's den. It's like catch 22. You don't know what response they're going to give. But I thought the response that Black Men Unfiltered gave, where my son woke up and he said that he wanted to be a woman, da 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 da. He said, "Young man, I'm gonna have to tell you that's not what God wants." Listen, I knew at 13 years old, I knew that something was different about me. And at every young age, we know that something is different about us. We start feeling like, how would I have to say, butterflies inside of us that we
Yeah.
know, okay, something isn't right about me. We're not like the other kids.
Mm-hmm.
So homosexuality is not a mental illness.
Right.
Your hatred is, though.
Mm.
Your hatred is a choice.
Mm.
You have a choice to be mean and hateful. And I thank you. One of the guys on the panel, I think his name was what, Trey? He
Yeah.
said, at Bubs, I'm letting you know right now, I don't like gay people. I don't like, thank you
Mm-hmm.
for letting me know up
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
As a trans Black woman, as a trans woman of color, I now know that I can avoid you
Yeah.
because you are a danger to me. And
Yeah.
the rhetoric that you guys put out here is dangerous as well, too. And
Mm.
what drew me was the caption of the live conversation. LGBT people or queer people are under attack, or are they? Yes, we are under attack.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that hate crimes for us have risen 19% in the year of 2023? That is not
Mm.
good. And that is
Mm.
in Black queer people. We are being unalived
Yeah.
and killed just for walking down the streets and living our truth and
Yeah.
existing, all because of your insecurities and
That
your
part.
anger and
Mm-hmm.
hatred towards someone that is living out and living free and living boldly. I
Yeah.
will be damned if I am being told that I need to go back into a closet. You don't need to exist. Whereas the thing, I think Ron or Deshaun just said it. We've been told that we need to tone it down, don't do
Mm-hmm.
the most,
Mm-hmm.
don't be yourself, stay repressed, don't show emotion, don't show
Mm-hmm.
femininity. I think that feminine men embracing femininity is the new age. I think it's incredible that people are discovering their true selves. I mean,
Yeah.
Wayne Brady just came out as pansexual. He says for years he knew that something was different about him. It just never came out. And especially in that time period, the 90s back then, you have people like the Brat saying that as a female rapper, she was the first female rapper signed to So Def. At that time, you couldn't come out in that period.
Yeah.
You could not come out and be bold and be who you are in that time period because the industry, we already know how the industry is, especially for Black women coming out as whatever. People will speculate and assume. Why do you think the DL culture exists?
That part. That part. That part. That's the thing. Like we've put the information out there, and when I listened to their recap of the live, it just showed me how desperate they were at trying to like find something. Here it is, you've disappointed your community again by allowing the eunuchs on the live or whatever. When you had them in your grasp, you should have went forth and did what needed to be done, because again, we understand how unfortunately they're trying to play the game. That's why I made sure in the beginning of the live I did recently or whatever that to include the clip from the church and people saying I hate this and I can't stand them, and then that same ideology going over to Africa, Uganda, where our ancestors come from, and now there is a law that's already put in place and enacted that is going to end up hurting a lot of queer people over there simply because of fear. And we're seeing laws change. Like, these people don't even understand. And I tried to say this on the live yesterday before I got cut off. I said, don't y'all know about the laws? And I guess when they heard laws, they tried to cut me off. Because, like, here you go with this shit.
They
But no,
didn't
for
want to hear
real,
it.
there's a law somewhere. I forgot the name of the actual town in Tennessee. But they're doing a public ban on queerness. The bill is very vague on what queerness is. All I know that's inserted in there is minor and lewd, lascivious, nudity, all that shit, but they're queer expression. So what does queer expressions mean? Can I hold my partner's hand? Can I wear a pride flag on my arm or on a hat or on a ring? If I have a sign on my damn car that shows my support in queerness or whatever, am I going to be pulled over? Like, what does that look like? So we understand that there is some sort of erasure that they're trying to do when it comes to queerness. And what a lot of black people don't understand, that if they were to get rid of queerness, who the fuck do you think they're coming after next? Who? So my thing is, I think it would be better for us to work together, because it's going to be more difficult to work with people when you have the opportunity to. And now that shit happened, we see that you really working with us because you want something. And even they said that, well, what are we going to get out of it? Look at what Bayard Rustin did. You welcome. Look at what James Baldwin did. You welcome. Look at what Marsha P. Johnson did for the queer community. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Like, look at what we've done and even what we're doing now. Y'all need us at this point. At this point, y'all need us. Ain't no casting us aside, because if you cast us aside, you're also casting out another strong pillar of foundation within blackness, because queer people that are black are here. Look at Beyonce. She done made the most she made ever in life off of us. We are just magical, baby. Allow us to be magical. That's it. Let me see. Ron, did you want to say anything?
Um, yeah, Madonna.
Madonna, yeah, Vogue.
Madonna has always been an advocate for the gays. She's done a lot of outreach stuff. She's done concerts for AIDS awareness.
King Rico.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Even I found out from the Black Music Archive YouTube channel. Shout out to him, because his content is amazing. That even gospel artists, when their, like, I guess stats or popularity starts to get a little bit low, and they run out of money or whatever, they'll go ahead and make a house music album. And we know that house music caters to queer people, so they'll make gospel versions of house music, and it'll get them back on some sort of charts where they're getting money for that. And Vicky Winans has done that. I'm trying to think. There's others. I forgot her name. What's her name? Damn. A lot of gospel artists have done that. Even Leandria Johnson, who I love, is starting to go over into dance music and putting a little Christianity on it, a little bit of Jesus on it. You know what I'm saying? So,
However, there are a lot of ex-gays though, ex-gay gospel singers though, like that. What's his name? Donnie McLaren. What's his name?
Donnie McClurkin.
Is that McClurkin? Yes, him.
Mm-hmm.
The one dude, the one man that sang Stump. What's his name?
Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin. Yes.
What? Oh Lord, I didn't know that.
Kirk Franklin.
Allegedly. I don't know. But then, like, for example, even Daryl Walls came out.
I was about to say that.
He kissed his boyfriend. I guess it was on his close friends, and somebody screen grabbed it and put it out there. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell did he have to do to still be in the good graces, because when Tone, aka B Slade, shout out to him, the goat. Okay, y'all see, I use his music for my theme song. When he was on the Lexi show, and she asked him a question about queerness, and he started to, be honest about it, he lost almost everything. So I'm like, what did Daryl have to do? He's still singing, he's still touring, he's still doing all this stuff. Did he have to tell that nigga no? What's going on? But again, to like what you were saying about the ex queer or whatever, shout out to my one of my inner circles, Aries or whatever. He sent me this link to this documentary called Pray Away. It's on Netflix, and it's a documentary about all these individuals who participated in the ex-gay movement in the 80s after AIDS came out. So gay people scared. Oh my God, this is really from God. Let me change my life. So
Oh
now
yeah,
here
because
comes the
you posted it. Remember?
Yep. The ex-gay. They were doing all that just for them later on, in recent years, come out and say that they've been lying. How they've been actually hurting other people, that there were other queer people who were desperately trying to change their sexuality and ended up taking their own lives, because it's like, it's not possible. It's like everything that I do. Even Jackie Hill Perry is honest enough to admit that she still has same-sex attractions. She's just making the choice to not engage in it, which that is her journey, her walk. But you don't demonize other people who are doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy.
But though I mean, I don't mean to like, put a negative connotation to it, but do you think a lot of those people that the transition, they go back to how they normally were or whatever, don't you think that's a personal decision that they made upon themselves? Because they go on interviews talking about, oh, I felt brainwashed, I didn't know what to do, I thought it was right, people were convinced me to do it, but at the end of the day, that was your decision.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they tell us. They tell us, well, if you get that and you get this, that's your decision. But at the same time, I feel like I would rather have Queen Stevie answer that question. Queen, how do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about people who do detransition, and instead of them saying like, hey, life changes, I thought I wanted this, found out that I didn't want this, nah, I don't want it anymore, and as opposed to, I mean, them, instead of them doing that, excuse me, they turn around and try to use it in a way to like try to silence queer people, I mean trans women's existence. You know what I mean? Like actual trans women, trans people who they know this is who they are, and just everything outside of them that they've got done, whatever the case may be, is just enhancing that feeling on the inside more. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on it is that's their personal choice.
Yeah.
Your personal choice shouldn't influence other people who want to, walk in their truth and make them feel good about themselves. And Ron, that's an excellent point, because they do that. Like Donnie McClurkin, literally years later, when he came out and did an interview, he said, I kind of regret that. I kind of regret not coming into my own, because his sexuality has been questioned for years. So my thing is this: be happy, but you can't, because the Black church for so long has told us, no, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell. You can't live and exist and be who you are and enjoy the essence of yourself, because the church for so long has told you that is wrong. And the prime example is Andrew Caldwell.
Ooh. Do y'all want a Shia real quick? Let me get a Shia. Hold on. Hold on. We got to get a Shia. Where's it
Shia.
at? Where's it at? Where's it
Oh,
at? Come on,
Shia.
Andrew.
Handa da.
Let's give it.
Shia. Oh, Mashanya. Oh, I feel a Shakani up in here. Mashandaba. Oh, I feel a Shakani up in here. Shia.
When that nigga sat there and said, when the truth came out, he was like, girl, that vibe never leave you nor forsake you. I said,
Oh, yeah.
He told the truth.
He
It's
did.
okay. It's all right. That vibe is there. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Okay, then. Do you guys like have any lasting thoughts? Because I kind of want to keep this short, because I ain't gonna hold y'all. I spent all today writing down my notes and my thoughts, because I was low key gonna go ahead and do a recap and just completely drag. Like I know I could, but I felt like that wouldn't have been productive. So I spent all day today just trying to figure out a way to see the way that I responded. They're not gonna know how to handle that.
Right.
The people who I gave roses to will. The ones that I didn't, they expected me to, all the stuff he said about us. It's kind of like, no, I say all that stuff and I still forgive y'all. The mentally ill person, the one who says that they're a woman who dropped out of the race of manhood, okay, who's pushing an agenda, who only wants to hear myself speak and nobody else talk, who's asking all these questions that don't make any fucking sense or whatever. Girl, all you gotta do is just look. All you gotta
Right.
do is just look. Come on, y'all. But anyway, we'll start with Deshaun, and then we'll go to Queen Stevie, and then we'll end it with Ron.
I just wish that people could just get along and stop, judging people for who they are and stop
Yeah.
forcing, like, and love your kids regardless, even if they're gay, straight, bi, or indifferent. Because the thing is, we're in these bodies and stuff like that, and there's people that are very, very, very authentic, very, their spirit could be beautiful. Like I said, if you allow them to be who they are, they could be the best person for you and you don't even know it, because
Mm,
people that could be trans, gay, or any or indifferent, or a person that could be straight but feminine and stuff like that can help you, like it could be anything, like it could be a gift, and they
mm-hmm,
just don't really know what to do with it. They always think of something negative about it, because it's like, I mean, they don't really try to find the enemy. They actually think that you guys are the enemy, and it's not right, because the thing is, the enemy, it could be an unknown.
mm-hmm,
The enemy is the unknown, and they just can't get the unknown.
mm-hmm,
Sometimes they'll protect the unknown. Oh yeah, and let me tell you this:
mm-hmm.
do you think the reason why they're passing these laws, because I have an article, I have articles. Do you ever think like they do these anti-gay laws is because there's people that's behind the scenes that are LGBT, but they're ex-LGBT, or they're doing something behind the scenes they ain't got no business doing?
Mm, I think what's happening with those things is that they're trying to find a way to be both the problem and the solution to queer people and black people. Like, we're going to find a way to cause chaos and discourse that y'all going to help play into, and then we're going to come through with the fake ass remedy. And then we're going to continue to cycle over and over and over again. So, like, for example, they're having these laws coming up, but they'll still sell queer stuff in order to get money during Pride Month. And then when July comes, it's over with. So I
Yeah,
do
but
believe
that's
there are people behind the scenes who are doing that. Some of them might be gay, some of them might be straight. I just feel like it's a collective of people who, regardless of their skin color, sexual orientation, whatever the case may be, they get off on chaos and then trying to make money off of it. And we're all products of that. I
man.
hope I answered the question. I hope.
Yeah,
Did I?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I'm like, yeah. I give educated long winded. I don't answer questions and shit. I just go off on my own stuff. So I want to make sure. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
All right, now I'm just saying. All right, Queen Stevie, what are your thoughts?
Mm,
Lasting thoughts.
My lasting thoughts is I second what Ron just said, which is parents, love on your children, love on your children, embrace them, let them find their own way, and don't do what Krishan did, which is basically
Mm-hmm.
say, I had to be the man and the woman in the relationship. And
Right.
there's nothing wrong with being a single parent. We're not saying that. But what we're saying is let your kids find their own identity. Like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade is the perfect example of letting your kids find their own identity.
Yeah.
Marlon Wayans just came out and said, I accept my trans son. I support my trans son. I love my child. And that's what we want more parents in the black community and in the black household to do, is to
Overall.
accept their children.
Mm-hmm.
You can teach love, but hate is something that is so strong, it
Yeah.
can cause something in an instant to happen.
Yeah.
I did not really want to talk about this. I'm a very private person. But my uncle's nephew just recently got unalived. And it
Oh
was all
no.
because of a woman that his lover was dealing with.
Oh
So,
wow.
yes, this is not a game. Parents, please love on your children
Yes.
because life can be taken in an instant, all because of someone else's insecurity. Love can be taught, but hatred is something that can be fixed. And it needs to be
Mm.
fixed within the Black community.
Yes.
And it starts at home. What you teach your children is what they are going to grow up to know. That means if you are a toxic parents produce toxic children. Toxic
Mm-hmm.
children grow up to be abusive adults. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Blueface and Krishan. That's the
Mm-hmm.
prime example of that.
Yeah, that is absolutely right. We got to do better. We have to do better. And like you said, it's gonna take all of us, regardless of sexual. We're gonna have to find a way to make this work because we're all affected. We all are affected. It's our time to figure out what the fuck neighbor looks like in neighborhood again. Thank you so much for that, Queen Stevie.
You're welcome.
Um, Ryan, you are the last one. What are your your thoughts? Cause I'm hungry. Okay.
Well, my
And
lasting
thank you,
words on this.
Stevie, for that. I appreciate you sharing that story with us. I just want to say that real quick. Thank you. You didn't have to, but I thank you for that. Go ahead.
My lasting words on this topic before we go is I'll leave something short, sweet, and to the point. Fuck Black Men Unlimited.
Oh Lord, not they unfiltered, not unlimited.
Oh, whatever.
Oh Lord, that is Ryan's thoughts, y'all. He said that. I ain't
No,
say that
I speak for
now, but
myself,
he
y'all.
speak for him.
Bubs has
Yeah,
nothing to do with how I think.
okay. I said I forgave you. I ain't. I said we can work on the respect, but I still forgive you. But go ahead, Ryan. I'm just playing.
No, because I mean, you did what you had to do. You tried to educate them. They weren't willing to listen. In fact, they called you everything but about a child of God.
Hmm.
So you did what you had to do, and they still didn't bring the same respect. So fuck them.
Yeah, yeah. I can only imagine what Tuesday gonna be because Black Man messaged me today. He was like, "I can't wait to see you on Tuesday. It's gonna be fun." I was like, yeah, y'all definitely gonna have fun because I'm not gonna be there." Oh, you doing the one thing you said you were gonna do? You ran. I'm like, nigga, I was there twice. I was in the comments multiple times on multiple lives. Y'all had every chance and opportunity, but what did y'all do? Ignore me. So it's kind of like, nah, this time if y'all want the smoke, y'all gonna have to find me.
And I
I already
think they
showed
just
up in
want
the
you
lion's
there.
den. Hmm.
And I think they just want you there. So, like, if you say something to that may come off out of place to them, that they can all gang up on you.
And not even
That's why.
that. Not even that. When you look at the views on their commentary or whatever, because again, my channel's small, so I'm have small views. We growing, bitch, but you know, um, the videos that get the most views over there is when they're bashing the Cardi B's and Sexy Reds and Nicki Minaj's and Lil Nas X's of the world, and when they're having conversations about queerness, especially when queer people on the panel. Because when they had CTV and Reckless Logic over there, that was probably the highest viewed video they ever had. Just for CTV to sit there and say that after the live, they had a conversation behind the scenes, and it sounded so damn different than what the fuck they were putting out on the screen. So I'm kind
Right.
of like, you can't make this up. That's why I said in the beginning of my other live, this is gonna show you who the secure and the insecure ones are.
Right.
And we literally just saw it. So they can call me what they want to call me. I know that Tuesday, if they do that live, they probably gonna drag me, call me all type of fag and shit. I'm cool with that. I did my job. Y'all didn't even realize it. Y'all ain't even
Exactly.
realize it. And I didn't have to work hard, so that says a lot. Okay?
Yep.
But I want to thank y'all so much for joining me for this live. Do you guys have anything you would like to share as far as any promotion? Like, I know Queen Steve, I want you to definitely shout out, your social media handles and things that you're doing. But what about you, Deshaun? You got anything? Because I know you got a YouTube channel. I'm still waiting for you to do the lives and be cussing like me.
Oh gosh.
Okay, that's what I'm
I
waiting
would.
for.
I got to get everything together. But yeah, I do have a
Understandable.
YouTube channel and everything else. But if you guys want to come by, you can. But I got a lot of.
Damn, Ron dipped.
Oh,
No, go
wow,
ahead.
you
I'm
did
listening. Go
that.
ahead.
Yeah, but I do got music and stuff up there, but you might not understand it, but
If
it's
you
just
want
a
to sit
hobby I do.
down and do a seance and talk to somebody and listen to some damn Ouija board, or listen to Ouija boards. I am high as hell. Listen to Ouija boards, Jesus. Not the mental illness kicking in. If you want to sit up
No,
there and call out demons and shit, or call on
no,
demons, listen to his shit. His shit played backwards. You don't
no,
lie, I'm
no,
scared harder than you lie,
no, it ain't.
Satan's
No,
you to
no,
lie.
no, no, no,
I'm just
no,
playing. I'm
no,
just
no,
playing.
no.
I'm just playing.
Please,
Listen, no, I'm
please.
gonna tell you something real quick. I remember back. Let me add Ron. I'm sorry. I
I'm
remember
here.
back in. All right, I remember back in the day when I was on the early parts of YouTube. I remember that there was this pastor by the name of G. Craig Lewis, and he had this series called Truth Behind Hip Hop. That shit was creepy as hell to me. They had this one where he took one of Jay-Z's songs or something and played it backwards, and it said murder, 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 Jesus 666. I was in the chair crying like, oh my God, that shit's scary. And even some people say that when they put spells on people as far as the music industry, they'll do
Yeah.
it through a backmasking. So the fact that you play your stuff backwards, I be listening like, girl, please don't tell me the ghost finna talk to me, bitch. Bubs, I see you in the thing. No, no, I don't
Nah,
see
it won't.
you.
It won't get you. Trust me, it won't get
I'm
you.
just playing. I'm just playing. But yes, I appreciate you, Deshaun, always for all that you do. Some of the lives that I've done have been inspired by Deshaun. He sent me so many links to where it's like I'd be like, damn, where do I start? Like, is y'all ready to put in the work? And I gotta find the people that's ready for that. But I thank you for your commitment to educating as well. And I want to say that publicly as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
And now that I have your email, whatever I come across on YouTube or something that seems interesting, I'll send you some information.
Oh yeah, what I'm gonna do, that's not my real email. It's one of my fake emails. You know what I'm saying? So I'll send you a reply from like my real email or whatever, and
Okay.
then you can send it that way. Yes, awesome. Okay, Queen Stevie, anything you want to say as far as where the people can reach you, things that you're doing, what's going on?
Yes. You guys can follow me here on YouTube, of course. Style by Stevie Daytime. My Instagram is style by Stevie _ Daytime. And my upcoming projects, Tete a Tete with me and my co-host Manny Killer. He has some projects coming out. He has some music he's working on as well. So shout outs to him. And the last piece of advice I would give to people is just continuing to walk in your truth, walk in
Yeah.
your joy, what makes you happy,
Yes.
and forget the rest.
And also, please make sure that you carry around the peace that passes all understanding in your purse, in your
Yes,
bra, on your side, on your leg. It's time for. Look, the narratives will change once we decide to change it, because it's our narrative. So what we do with it is important. So it's gonna be a different day. It's gonna be a different day, and we want y'all to survive. So do what needs to be done. But thank you so much for that, Queen Stevie. Ron, did you have anything you want to say? Are you good?
I'm okay. I don't have a YouTube page or YouTube channel or nothing like that. You'll just pretty much catch me on your lives then.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Well, I thank all of y'all for coming up and shooting the shit with me as far as the after show and sharing your thoughts. I really appreciate it. And we'll be in contact. So make sure y'all
Thank you
enjoy
for
the
having
rest of.
us.
No problem. I really want to do this more because I kind of want to do panel discussions because I low-key don't want to be the only one up here talking. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be good to like actually have conversation. Even though I love it, it's practice for me. But I would love to actually be educated as well. So you guys are more than welcome to come back up on any time. This week I'll probably be trying to create some sort of like live in reference to queerness. I know that I have to get in contact with Dr. Nakumbe and Tough Topics to see even if she will agree to have the conversation. But I feel like we can start something very productive over here. What they start, we can finish over here. And we gonna see who's
That's
gonna
right.
finish because like I said, I gave everybody
yeah,
homework. The queer people got homework as far as defending yourself, and they got the oh Lord, somebody vibrator going off.
Oh, I'm
Oh
charging my
Lord.
phone.
I'm about to say, oh, but not only do we have to do our homework, but they have to do theirs as well. If you care about queerness and you really trying to be for real, It's time for you to prove it. I did all these lives, and I was like, Lord, when I do these lives, people don't be watching. Now it all makes sense. Y'all want to be educated about queerness from an actual queer person? Watch my shit. And if you don't, shut your fucking mouth when it comes to queerness. Point blank in the fuck period. That's it.
That's right.
That's it. All right. We all enjoy the rest of y'all's Friday. Okay.
You too.
And I'll be talking to y'all. Thank y'all again.
You're
All right. Have a good
welcome.
night.
All right.
Take
Peace,
care,
y'all.
everybody.
Peace, peace.
All right. Bye.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard from some people of the community. I am so happy this shit over with, y'all. I mean, this whole week has been something, okay? Especially today, trying to organize my thoughts and to try to leave the conversation in the realm of love. So if they don't get the love part, that's on them. Okay, I did what I was supposed to do. But please make sure y'all like this video to help this channel grow in the algorithms, okay? If you like the vibe over here on BubzDaGawd, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of my lives, okay? And videos, all right? And if you feel compelled, definitely hit that Cash App at the bottom of the screen, $ BubzDaGawd. I be putting in the work, y'all. All this shit is finally paying off. All this hard work and them hours on lives and listening and smoking up all my damn weed and shit, trying to be objective and stuff, the shit is finally happening. Okay, BubzDaGawd came through and did what Bubs do. I'm different. I'm a leprechaun, okay? And we're making change out here. Okay, I feel like Black Men Unfiltered low-key, excuse me, was a springboard to again help solidify what queerphobia looks like. And even for the people who are suffering from the queerphobia, you can still learn to love those who wrongfully come against you, okay, for real, and show them what it looks like. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, but I don't have Cash App. I got damn, what else I got? I got Apple Pay. You got Apple Pay down there? You got Apple Pay down there? Okay, cause I'm taking all my blessings, okay? I told y'all, I said what I was gonna do was before Tuesday come, I was gonna go to Dollar General. I said no. Oh, I'm trying to think. Girl. You got Chime? You got Zelle? If not, it's okay. It just wasn't meant to be. Maybe one day I'll get it when I'm supposed to get it. You see, you figure it out. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, trying to find a solution. Thank you, Spicy Queen Spicy. Hey, all right. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my weekend. I got some fire ass weed from my bro. He just blessed me with it. We had a dope ass conversation. He was that's what I was saying. When I went to Dollar Tree, I went in there and got me a white candle, and I put my oils and my little herbs and stuff in there, and I wrote down, all I want to do is bring truth and expose queerphobia. That's what I did. I put it under my candle. I prayed over that motherfucker. I lit it. The candle is almost at the base, girl, and look at what has manifested. Truth. Okay? Because I'm actually learning how to access my ancestral power that is connected to God's source universe. I'm black. I know I'm magical. And I'm a leprechaun too, bitch. Hey, it took me a long time to figure this out. You said get a P.O. box. I will one day. When my shit grow down, I promise you. I promise you. But I thank y'all for coming through. And if you have not seen the video that I did previous to this, my address, I want y'all to check that out and watch the entire thing, please. I know how to put on a hell of a presentation. I told y'all I does this. This was an aspect of BubzDaGawd that I was hiding from other people, that I was afraid to be. And now that I am finally learning my power and growing in that, baby, I'm going to be unapologetically BubzDaGawd. And I inspire y'all to do the exact same thing in your own lives. Okay? So again, shout out to Queen Donna B. It's always good to have you in the building. The beating. See, girl, I am so high. The Caldwellian is trying to come out. Y'all know Andrew Caldwell with the Caldwellian? You know Andrew ass is trying to put his ass on my tongue, girl. Hell no. That's nasty. Queen Spicy. Okay, shout out to you. It's always good. Deshaun, thank you for coming through for the panel. King Rico, aka King Anubis. Lord, one of these days, bro, we gonna connect. I ain't gonna stress out because I ain't gonna hold you. And maybe I'll talk to you about this behind the scenes, but I kind of want to figure some things out spiritually, as far as I'll just publicly say it. As far as Orishas and stuff like that, how do I go about figuring out which one is the right one for me? Because even though I don't believe in organized religion, I do want to have something that I can connect with in this human realm that resonates with my ancestral history. Okay, so I'll definitely have to be hitting you up on the back end. Shout out to Ron coming through for the panel. Okay. Who else? Okay. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my damn night. I can't wait. Okay. And until next time, everybody. All right. Make sure y'all continue to love yourselves so you can love other people. All right. Peace.
Love never dies, just choose to